Hi there, I'm Mike Smith, and this is my Executive Function Foundations online course walkthrough. Before I get to the actual course, I thought I'd give you just a little background on myself and where I work and why I chose to construct this course. I work at the Rush Neurobehavioral Center outside of Chicago, and we have an executive function curriculum. So we partner with schools and we work with the teachers to share our curriculum. A lot of it is classroom based, but we also have a lot of strategies that are designed to help families and just working directly with students. And so this course is in an effort to create a virtual version of our executive function student workshop. So we used to host this at our center in Skokie, Illinois, and we've moved most all of our services to a virtual environment now, and therefore creating this course is a way for us to still conduct these workshops, which we still do over Zoom, but I thought this would be a neat opportunity to create a completely virtual learning environment for our executive function course. This course is designed primarily for middle school and high school students. And this particular unit is really focused on just introducing them to the idea of executive functions, the idea of systems and routines, and then getting into a little bit of detail about how the brain is influenced by the environment in which it's in. Really trying to help students realize that if they want to stay focused when they're doing their homework or they're doing their studying, that they need to design their environment in a way that's going to allow them to stay focused and not get too distracted. All right, so let's jump into the course and I'll show you some of my activities and assessments and so on. Okay, so here we are in the this outline view with all the modules. I think what I'll do is just go into student view, and then I'll just kind of walk you through some of the features of this course. So I started with using ThingLink as a way to welcome students and provide an introduction to the course. All of these tabs are interactive, so you get a little introduction to me. I might have overdone it with the Bitmojis, but I found that to be a good way to just personalize the course and bring a little visual flair to the text as well. So there's a course overview here. As I said, this is just the first unit, EF skills and designing your study environment. My intention is to continue working on this so that I can incorporate materials management, time management, study skills, and a personal growth unit as well. I have a link to the course outcomes. I'm not going to click on the link, but this will send it to you. In fact, it'll be the next module, so you'll see that. And then a tab for tech requirements, a tab for accessibility and support, and so on. So let's move on to the next module here. So again, just the unit map of the course, netiquette guidelines and course expectations on this tab here. And then this is an activity that we used to do in the classroom, or when we conducted this workshop in person, just asking students to come up with what they think are the qualities of a successful student. And it was a really neat activity for us because students, by and large, said things like, oh, successful students pay attention and they do their homework and they're responsible, they study. And nobody ever said they have to be really good at math or they have to be a really good reader. And it was just an opportunity for us to highlight that executive function skills really are the key to being successful in school, not always focusing on just the academic skills. A lot of the instructional, or some of the instructional materials that I incorporated into this course are videos that I created a little while back. I call it my pandemic project, but essentially these are some informational, educational videos designed for middle school, high school students and their families to just provide a little extra support and information about our services, but more importantly, things like what are executive functions and how can you actually set up an effective study area at home. So that's what the EF Desk video series is all about. So I've embedded those. So this is our first assessment in the course. I really wanted to create assessments that are reflective and help students to figure out what works best for them, just encouraging them to reflect on previous experiences in school and so on. So the idea here is to kind of look at all of these different skills and pick one that they feel is a strength and one that is a challenge for them, and to write a paragraph about that in here. I wanted students to start thinking about systems and routines and the relationship between them. The way I talk about them is that a system is a set of objects or tools, and a routine is the action, right, that goes along with these tools. So that's what this is all about. I have a video here that kind of explains that idea. And what I did here is I used a Google form to create this, primarily because when I transfer this to a course that we'll use at RNBC, I may very well be using Google-based tools. So rather than using the Canvas quiz maker, I created one on Google Forms here. Another EF Desk video. This is another activity that I used in order to incorporate ThingLink again. And again, it's just a very interactive virtual field trip that they can see, get some information about keeping things organized and how that helps and so on. And then finally, I wanted them to do another assessment where they design their own setup, take a picture of it, upload it with some text, just a brief paragraph explaining items like how they've got their materials organized, some sort of time management tool, like a timer, which I've got mine. I've got 1 minute left before I run out of time here, so I better wrap things up. And so on, right? And then just something that expresses their personality. I think it's important that they set up a space that is fun for them to be in. All right, well, I think that does it. Thanks for watching. I really enjoyed this project, and I look forward to working on it some more. Thanks so much.